Good afternoon, fellas, and today we're gonna make Chinese bao buns, also known as mantou. So the first ingredient you're gonna need: wheaten flour. This kind of flour is especially white, and it's special made for these mantou buns. You can also use whole all-purpose flour. It's really up to you. We got some yeast and we got some flour. So what I'm gonna do first, 200 grams of this, 2 grams of yeast over here, just like that. Okay, now we want to make our well in our own flour mixture, and we're gonna pour the water inside. So this weighing scale can actually read how much water we're putting in. So we're just gonna make a well with this spoon right here. Yeah, I think that's good enough, and we're gonna pour in our water. In goes 110 grams. So the reason why the water needs to be warm is because the yeast has to activate. So just think of it as taking a warm bath, you know? The yeast wants to take a warm bath, so that's why they need the hot water, the warm water. So now we can just mix the dough until, we can mix the flour and water until a dough is formed. A little pinch of sugar, you know, it helps the yeast activate just a little bit. It's just a very little bit of sugar. Now what I'm doing is using this scraper, bread scraper, to get all the flour off the sides of the bowl and get it fully incorporated with the dough. Now it's time to get our hands dirty. Okay, so for the scraper, you want to actually use the round side to really scrape the flour around. This makes it a lot easier. Alright, now we're going to do this. Alright, now we just want to roll together the dough and get it fully incorporated to each other. If it gets too dry, you can add a little bit of water. What you want to do is squeeze, fold it, and roll. Squeeze, fold it, and roll. All this stuff here, all this flour junk, and squeeze, fold it, roll. Squeeze, fold it, roll. So basically, you push, you fold, and you turn. You push with your palm. This is basically kneading the dough. Push, roll, turn. Push, roll, turn. You just keep kneading the dough for like 10 minutes or so until you feel that it's soft. And that's when you know that the gluten is broken down. Just keep kneading. Just keep pushing. You can also use 2 hands to do this. It's a lot faster that way. Just until you feel the dough has softened, whatever works for you. Alright, now once it's feels soft enough, and once 7 minutes is over, you just roll it into a little ball. There's no ugly part showing. And if it bounces back, so now you test with your finger. If it bounces back, it's ready. As you see, it bounces back a little bit. Alright, so now once you've got a dough ball and it bounces back, once you've picked your finger in it, as we tested before, we're going to put this dough ball into a clean bowl. It has to be 100% clean, no oil, no water, completely dry. And we're just going to pop it right in there. And we're going to put a shower cap over it so we can let it proof for about 45 minutes. Alright, so where I live, it's quite cold here, so this is optional for those who live in warm weather countries, and if it was in the middle of summertime. We're going to put these 2 in the oven. So it's like a nice little sauna for our boy Fred here, because he needs to grow. And he cannot grow in these cold conditions, so we're going to leave him in the oven. It's like a nice little sauna for him. Let them stay there for about 45 minutes.
I said it.
45 minutes set. This rub is basically 1 teaspoon of 5 spice, half teaspoon of salt, and half teaspoon of black pepper. And now we're going to just rub it in all over the duck. So we're just seasoning the duck with this. Make sure you get rubbed in all the seasoning. Make sure it gets all the seasoning. Yep. Now we're just gonna let this marinate for 20 minutes in foil, plastic foil. Yeah. Get it nice and coated. And set it aside for approximately 20 minutes. Here you have your Chinese duck. Oh yeah, make sure to leave it in the fridge too. Marinate in the fridge 20 minutes. Alright, and there we have it. The steam. Now we gotta add at least 1 liter of water because we need a lot of water to steam these for at least 10 minutes. We're gonna bring this up to high heat and boil, and basically we're gonna leave this. Okay, also make sure you start out with cold water first. So now we're gonna bring the cold water to a boil. We'll put it in high. So put it at 9. Put it high. And we're gonna let it steam for at least 10 minutes. Okay, so also in order for the steam to not escape while cooking, we gotta put this towel over here, just wrap around the gaps and clip it with a plastic clip. Also, make sure when the water boils, you start the 10 minutes timer.
Come on.
Alright, now that it's boiling, now we're going to set a 10-minute timer and we're going to check on them again. So gradually turn down the heat as you steam. So
now is it on 8?
Yeah, now it's on 8. Alright, this thing has been steaming for at least 10 minutes now. Now we turn off the fire and wait for another 5. After 5 minutes, this has been steaming for some time. So open it up. And it's rested, as you can see. And it's ready to eat, because you could just eat it like this if you wanted to. But we're going to reserve them for dinner later on. Alright, let's give one a try. So that's the inside, and it's my mom to taste it. Pretty good. Very soft. That's how the tear goes. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Okay, this thing has been sitting here for quite some time, and it's almost dinner time, so we're gonna get it out. Look at that meat.
Cool.
Alright, air fryer basket. On.
Go.
Turn it on and go directly on poultry. And start. Cook this for around 20 minutes. Alright, again, after cooking this for another 3 minutes, turn it back up.
Great.
Well, now our duck is done after cooking for some time. Alright, let it cool down just for a bit so that we can get the skin to crisp up a little more. Ideally around a few minutes. Alright, we got our duck sliced. Now we're going to transfer it to this plate and it's ready to serve. Alright, now we have everything assembled. This is the serving plate. Yes. And on how to eat it, you first take a bao bun, stuff it, one piece, and put some veggies, some of this, and some cucumbers. That's what I like. For some extra crunch. Now finally, top it off with the hoisin sauce. Just like that. Now, time for the taste test. That's really good. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Cheers.